So we're sitting up in our 4-point kneeling posture so that the hands are shoulder width apart and the knees are hip width apart with our shins and feet parallel. We need to make sure that we've not done our dippy donkey, saggy horse, and so we all alternatively don't want to be into an angry cat position. We want to be lengthening the head and the tail away from each other. Note whether your head falls in the guillotine bucket. Ideally we need the scruff of the neck and the back of the head pressing towards the ceiling. We're going to sway forwards and backwards. And this is a swingboat action. We're keeping the head to the tail, lengthening one end away from each other and transferring the weight onto the hands and onto the shins that stay pushing down into the floor through the 10 fingertip pads, through your shins, the front of your foot and the front of your toes. As you breathe in, you can come forwards, and as you breathe out, we can sit back. We come back to the centre and we can then go into a circle action. So I lean onto my left shin and left hand, forwards to my left hand, to my right hand, to my right shin, to my left shin. And I'm circling around. It reminds me of a plate that's spinning on the top of the pole, but we're keeping that as level as we can as we circle. And then we go in the opposite direction, checking that the scruff of the neck is still lifting, that you're lengthening out through the crown of your head, and you keep the push through the forearms, the forelegs, and the feet and the hands in that circling space before you come back into the centre. We can move the hands then slightly further forwards. We then transfer the weight forwards, allowing the pelvis to come forwards, opening the chest slightly, and then pushing from your hands. We lead with the tail of the spine, the coccyx, to go back towards the prayer stretch. We stay in our swingboat sensation before the pelvis lowers towards the floor, and then the hands push the tail to go back towards the feet. A couple of things to watch for here. As you come forwards, gravity might want your spine to fall through your shoulders. We don't want that. We want to keep pushing the floor away. And as you come back, we want the tail to reach away from you, as opposed to the tail tucking underneath you. That would squash into the discs of the spine. We want the tail to reach away as you lean back. So my shoulders can connect and pull down as I come forwards, and then I push through the fingertips and the palms of my hand as I reach my tail behind me. And then I come back into a neutral position. I can bring my hands back underneath my shoulders, tuck the balls of the feet underneath, and go for a hover, stabilizing exercise. Breathe in, breathe out. The end of the out breath, both knees just float off of the floor and then lower back down. Breathe in, the belly will release. As you breathe out, ribs and core engage. Push through the fingertips, the palms and the balls of the feet, and then lower back down. Breathing in. Again, gravity wants your head to fall off, so the back of the head needs to stay pressing towards the ceiling. Inhale to lower. I'm growing taller as my ribs engage, my core connects, and I hover and then lower. There's your core control on quadruped.